everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from DPS Lamachor. Today in this session, we'll be learning about third type of turnover ratio, which is trade payables turnover ratio. So as we know, trade payables includes bills payable and creditors. So here, trade payable turnover ratio expresses the relationship between, credit purchase and trade payables. So this is just opposite of trade receivable turnover ratio. Here this ratio expresses the relationship between credit purchase and trade payables. So the formula for calculating trade payable turnover ratio is net credit purchase divided by average trade payables. Formula for calculating average trade payables is average trade payables is equal to opening creditor and bills payable plus closing creditor and bills payable divided by 2. So average trade payables can be found out by adding opening creditor plus bills payable plus closing creditor and bills payable divided by 2. Here is the question based on trade payables turnover ratio. Question is, calculate trade payables turnover ratio from the following. So credit purchase during the year is 12 lakh and the counting year is 2016 to 2017. Now creditors on 1st April 2016 is 3 lakh. Bills payable on 1st April 2016 is rupees 1 lakh. Creditors on 31st March 2017 is 1,30,000 and bills payable on 31st March 2017 is 70,000. So here we know the formula for calculating trade payable turnover ratio. Formula is net credit purchase divided by average trade payables. So here credit purchase during the year is given rupees 12 lakh. So credit purchase is rupees 12 lakh. Now to calculate average trade payables will be calculated as opening creditors is rupees 3 lakh and opening bills payable is 1 lakh plus closing creditors is rupees 1,30,000 and closing bills payable is rupees 70,000 divided by 2. So here 4 lakh plus 2 lakh divided by 2 is 6 lakh divided by 2. That means, so the average trade payables amount is rupees 3 lakh. Now we'll put this amount in the formula. Formula is net credit purchase. Our net credit purchase is 12 lakh rupees divided by average trade payables. Average trade payables is 3 lakh. So by dividing 12 lakh by 3 lakh, we get the trade payable turnover ratio as 4 times. So this is how question based on average payable turnover ratio is solved. Now, fourth type of turnover ratio is net asset or capital employed turnover ratio. Now, this ratio expresses the relationship between revenue from operations and net asset, or we can say capital employed in the business. So, net asset turnover or capital employed turnover ratio expresses the relationship between revenue from operations and net asset or capital employed in the business. So here, net asset or capital employed turnover ratio includes two ratios. It includes two ratios. First is fixed asset turnover ratio, and second is working capital turnover ratio. So the formula for calculating fixed asset turnover ratio is net revenue from operations divided by net asset, and formula for calculating working capital turnover ratio will be net revenue from operation divided by working capital. As we know, working capital can be calculated as current asset minus current liabilities. So here, in fourth type of turnover ratio, which is net asset or capital employed turnover ratio, it includes the two types of ratio, fixed asset turnover ratio and working capital turnover ratio. Now we will solve the question based on net asset or capital employed turnover ratio. So this is illustration 18 of NCERT, page number 215. Now according to the question, from the following information, calculate net asset turnover ratio, fixed asset turnover ratio and working capital turnover ratio. So there is a balance sheet given in the question, and at the end it is given revenue from operation for the year 2016 to 2017 were 30 lakhs. That means the net revenue from operation is 30 lakhs. Now the formula for calculating net asset turnover ratio is net asset or capital employed turnover ratio. Formula is net revenue from operations divided by capital employed. So here we have given net revenue from operations. Amount is rupees 30 lakhs. So now we will calculate capital employed. To calculate capital employed, we will add all the items which is included in capital. So as we know, in capital, preference share capital and equity share capital is included. So share capital will be included in capital employed, plus reserves and surplus is also included in capital. So we will add reserves and surplus also. And long-term debts is also included in capital. Now, share capital includes preference share capital and equity share capital. Amount of preference share capital is 4 lakh and equity share capital is 6 lakh. So we will add 4 lakh plus 6 lakh. Then in reserves and surplus, general reserve and balance in statement of P&L account will be included. Amount of general reserve is 1 lakh rupees and balance in statement of P&L account is 3 lakh rupees. Next is long-term debts. So 15% debenture is considered as long-term debts and 14% loan will also be considered as long-term debts. So we'll add this amount. Debentures amount is 2 lakh rupees and bank loan amount is 2 lakh rupees. Now we will add all these amount to get the amount of capital employed. So by adding all this amount, we get rupees 18 lakh as capital employed. So here we can calculate net asset or capital employed turnover ratio. We'll put this amount in formula. Formula is net revenue from operations, which is 30 lakh, divided by capital employed, which is 18 lakhs. So the net asset turnover ratio we will get is 1.67 times. Next we have to calculate is fixed asset turnover ratio. So as we know, the formula for calculating fixed asset turnover ratio is net revenue from operations divided by fixed assets. So the amount of revenue from operations we have is 30 lakh rupees. Now we will calculate the amount of fixed asset. So it is given in the balance sheet, the amount of plant and machinery 8 lakh rupees, land and building 5 lakh, motor car 2 lakh and furniture amounting to 1 lakh. So by adding all these amount, we get the amount of fixed asset rupees 16 lakhs. Now we will put this amount in the formula. Formula is net revenue from operation, which is 30 lakh, divided by fixed assets, which is 16 lakh. So by dividing 30 lakh by 16 lakh, we get the fixed turnover ratio as 1.88 times. At last, we have to calculate the working capital turnover ratio. Formula for calculating working capital turnover ratio is net revenue from operations divided by working capital. So we have the amount of revenue from operation as 30 lakh. Now we will calculate working capital. Formula for calculating working capital is current asset minus current liabilities. So current asset in the question is given as inventory 1,80,000, debtors amounting to 1,10,000, bank 80,000 and cash 30,000. So by adding all these amount, we get the amount of current asset as rupees 4 lakh. Now we will calculate the amount of current liabilities. So in the balance sheet it is given creditors 1,40,000, bills payable 50,000 and outstanding expenses 10,000. Now we will add all these items. We get the amount of current liabilities as rupees 2 lakh. So working capital will be current asset minus current liability. Current asset amount is 4 lakh rupees and current liabilities is 2 lakh. So the amount of working capital we have is rupees 2 lakh. Now we will put this amount in the formula. Formula is net revenue from operations. So net revenue from operations is 30 lakh divided by working capital. Working capital amount is 2 lakh. So working capital turnover ratio is 15 times. So we have learned how to solve the question based on net asset or capital employed turnover ratio. With this, we have completed the third type of ratio, which is turnover ratios. In the next session, we'll continue with the fourth type of ratio. That's all for today. Thank you.